wrestling fans? Welcome to another edition of Tag Team. I'm your host here, Scorpio, alongside the Invincible Vincent.
Hey.
What a weeky in wrestling in general. We had the Monday Night Raw, the SummerSlam, we had SmackDown. This whole West Coast tour for WWE was a lot to live up to for TNA. But TNA seemed to try to get on the right path. They're still pumping that BFG series, championship swaps, a lot of stuff here. We'll touch base on what happened here on iMPACT Wrestling. First things first, Sting comes into the ring, craziness, throwing himself around, beating himself up.
Just reenacting what happened to him last week after Hulk Hogan got to him, and also Kurt Angle with the chair.
Once he gets in the ring, he comes in and says, Hogan, I know everybody wants to see it. You come in the ring, me and you, everyone wants to see it, right? No! I don't!
No.
Who wants to see an old man get his butt beat by an older man? Nobody. Anyway, he claims everybody wants to see it. Let's bring it. Call it out. Hulk Hogan. Who comes out? The Nature Boy, Ric Flair.
Yet another old guy.
2 months. I thought he was dead, but no, he wasn't. 2 months in hiatus. Comes out and says, Stinger, you thought you were crazy? I'm the crazy one. I'm the Nature Boy. Woo! You can call me God. Anyway,
it's amazing, by the way, how tame Sting seems in comparison to Ric Flair. All of a sudden.
Anyway, I think Flair is enjoying some extracurricular activities. I'm not stating facts. I'm just speculating some stuff because you see, glazed over his eyes. Stinger, in his defense, he's always like that.
Let's just say that.
I mean, everybody thinks I'm drunk when I do these shows, but that's just the way I am, people. Anyway, after this happens, Flair comes out and says, you want Hogan? Let's make a deal. You versus me. You defeat me, I give you Hogan and a silver platter. I defeat you, and you go back to California and retire forever. Disappear.
You go away.
What? I'm afraid that we all know where this storyline is headed. Sting versus Hulk Hogan. A question to you, Eric, is why?
I have no idea why. I don't know why they're trying to make this big match between two really old guys. I mean, Sting has still got some juice left in the tank, but Hulk, nobody. I mean, I have no need to see Hulk Hogan wrestle again. I like what he's doing right now, just being the heavy in the back office. There's no reason for him to wrestle ever again.
No, there is not.
The machinery that's holding his spinal column together. I don't want to see him die in the ring.
I'm afraid his torso will actually fall off of his body.
It could happen.
In the match. I don't know. I'm not kidding. I really do. Anyway, whatever. Hopefully that never happens. Following that, we had BFG standings. Let's touch base on those really quick. Crimson, 50. Bully Ray, 42. Robert Roode, 35. James Storm, 33. Devon, 30. Gunner, 28. Van Dam, 25. Matt Morgan, 24, but he's out. AJ Styles with 21. The Pope, 17. Scott Steiner, 14. And Samoa Joe, -10.
Ouch.
Man, that 0 looks good at this point, right?
Yes, it does.
Anyway, following that, we had a BFG match between Scott Steiner and Devon. This was a quick match because the ref didn't see when Scott Steiner had his feet on the second rope as he's pinning Devon in the first pin attempt. That's the match. Ding, ding, it's over. 7 points here for Scott Steiner. Quietly, 7 points. And that's not the end of it because Samoa Joe comes out.
Yeah. While Devon is arguing with the ref, Samoa Joe comes out, and for no good reason, he starts going off on Devon. Beats him down to the ground to the point where he drops him on his ankle. Put him in an ankle lock and drops him on his leg.
Nice move. The Suns can't put up with it. Terrence and Terrell come out from behind the barrier. No, please don't hurt my dad. Pope, come here, help me!
Yeah, and the Pope pops up, faces down Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe leaves, but goes to the back and basically says, hey, the blood is on the hand of the company. Yeah, and he said that he was going to go through the entire roster of the BFG series.
Don't act surprised! Exact words. And again, he mentioned all of this last week. He's going to cut through everybody.
Yeah.
As Vincent was saying, through BFG. Boom, everybody. Broken legs, broken hearts, broken dreams. That's what Samoa Joe promised. We'll see if he delivers. He's been delivering so far. After that, we had the nice match between a couple guys. Alex Shelley, Anthony Nese, Ken Cash, Robbie E, Zema Ion, Jesse Sorensen, Mark Haskins, and Austin Aries for #1 contender X Division Gauntlet match. Now, there was a lot of stuff going on. Of course, the way this match goes is two guys start in the ring, which in this case was Alex Shelley and Mark Haskins, and whenever somebody wins, a new guy jumps in the ring. It's supposed to be random. Yeah, pretty random. And this is the way it kindly pans out. First guy here, Alex Shelley, is defeated by Mark Haskins. Yeah, that was a surprise to both of us. But then after kind of weeds down, it comes down to Jesse Sorensen defeating Anthony Nese. Then he defeats Ken Cash. Now, Ken Cash can't live with that, so he goes in and delivers a
nice pile driver.
Yeah, and which puts him out. All right, Sorensen is out, and Austin Aries makes his way into the ring. Of course, he's got nothing he's got to do except pin him. Yeah. So he gets the pin after a couple of little moves here and there.
Skirmishes then.
Gets the pin, and that's a wrap. So he goes on and tells
Christy Henry,
thank you. Oh, I had to go through 7 guys. You saw that.
I beat 7 guys.
Oh, my goodness.
She's like, I was sitting right there watching the match.
Yeah, she's not buying it, but whatever. I'd try to impress her, too, if I was talking to her.
Hey, now.
Anyway, after that, it appears that there is a title match coming up for X Division. He's going to get his rematch against Kendrick, and that wasn't it, because Kendrick does find his way to the ring. As he comes down, he's there to shake hands with Austin Aries. Austin Aries says, do not shake your hand. And man, I think that was it. Kendrick snapped.
Ultimate disrespect!
What'd you say? Oh! The guy goes to town on this guy. I mean, he tears him up.
Like
Security has to break him up. I mean, geez, I think he would have taken out ODB. He was so mad. Anyway, this sets up a match here for next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Match between, this is again, Division X Championship match. Not pay-per-view. This is free television, folks. Impact Wrestling. Interesting. Entertaining.
Yeah,
we'll see how that goes, definitely. Following that, we had the knockout match. This wasn't a championship match, but it was important for ODB and Jackie. It was ODB versus Mickie James for a contract, more or less. Now, we're wrestling fans. We know these ladies probably have contracts already. But for the sake of the storyline, going for the contracts. Now, this was a good match, back and forth. There was a long match, the TNA type of female match.
Good, decent length match so that they could both show some skills. The momentum changed a couple of times, and they both got to do, both got to show what they can do.
Go ahead.
Double kip up. Both of them did a kip up at the same time.
That was impressive.
Very impressive.
Especially
ODB, I didn't know she could move like that.
With what she has upstairs, she can get up like that. Very impressive. All ends when ODB gets a DDT by one and only Mickie James, and that's the end of that. So, again, I think she deserves a contract. Jackie didn't interfere in any way, so we should see these ladies again many times. See what happens with that. After that, we had a Winter and Angelina Love promo. Now, we haven't seen Winter since she won that championship.
Yeah,
it's been like 2 weeks.
It's about 2 weeks,
Yeah, and she's back there with Angelina Love drinking blood. What's up with that, E?
She's a creepy vampire. No idea she was a vampire. I thought she was just, the regular kind of creepy. But
hey, what's your name? Can I get your name?
Never mind.
See you later.
No, you can't have my blood.
Whatever. Anyway, after that little promo, we had a match. RVD versus AJ Styles. Now that sounds sick, right? It would have probably been if it wasn't for
Jerry Lynn.
Oh, he puts his face in it again.
For no reason.
Now, nobody is this guy's friend. He ends up costing AJ Styles points, gets him down to 3 points, and poor Rob Van Dam minus 10 points again after he grabs the ref's leg, pulls it down. His excuse for that, by the way, is saying, oh, you were out of the pin when you did the frog splash and the ref didn't count 3 fast enough. Really? Really, Jerry Lynn? That's your excuse?
Yeah.
Man.
And, this honestly, RVD needs to go ahead and talk with Samoa Joe. See if he can get something done about Jerry Lynn. As long as he's on a rampage beating up random people, go ahead and put him on the list or something.
Hello, Kevin Nash? Yeah, I need you to kick Jerry Lynn's ass!
Something.
Make a phone call, somebody. Yeah, this guy's in the way. He's not good for TNA. Not good for the storyline. RVD's better than this. What the heck? Jerry Lynn. Get the fool out of here.
She's from 2nd to 7th place.
Exactly. After this, we had Ric Flair with a little promo looking around for Sting in the back. Now it's shadows. I don't like your whole Raptor thing, brother. Oh, whatever. Anyway, this was a little too long because what ends up happening with this is Sting is seen Then Gunner comes in, tries to take out Sting, and
no good.
Sting goes off on Gunner. You're going to be somebody someday, buddy, but not right now.
Not for this.
Yeah, that's the end of that. So, again, the Nature Boy sneaks off. When that match is going to happen, who knows, maybe next week, maybe 2 weeks. All these matches seem to be happening in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So, probably that time. We'll find out soon enough. After that, we had Angle and the Crimson address. Now, Angle's in the ring. Crimson comes out because he's upset about what happened to him last week when he got his knee dinged up. Now, he's coming into the ring in a brace, limping, and tries to get some respect here from Mr. Angle.
And gets none. Angle goes off and basically lets him know that, he's exactly the type of guy that Angle was talking about. These young guys haven't accomplished anything as yet, in comparison to Kurt Angle.
Finally, a dose of reality for Crimson. You're undefeated. But why? Because you've been sucking on the TNA teats. That's why. People be taking care of you. It's like Rocky on Rocky 3. You ain't fighting nobodies.
Make sure that you don't actually touch up with any other.
Whatever. Anyway, 50 points, but still gets no respect. For good reason. The guy, no, I don't like it. Anyway, after this, gauntlet's thrown down. Challenge for a match. You versus me. My streak on the line versus championship? Hey, it'd be a good chance.
That would be good.
But whatever. Angle looks like he's going to accept this. Hasn't been official, whether it's going to be next week or in 2 weeks. I don't know how TNA is going to milk this, but it should be happening soon. We'll see. Hopefully they don't use that as an excuse for his first loss. Oh, I had a busted leg, and yeah, whatever.
Come on.
Anyway, I'm pretty sure that's the way it's going to happen because they got to give this guy an excuse. For some reason,
he's got. Man, it don't matter. Everybody else is in there playing hurt. Why are you crying?
Whatever. Anyway, after this, we had the main event. Jeff Jarrett and Karen are sitting ringside with that AAA championship. And what's really funny is Mike Tenay gets censored for saying you're immortalized the AAA championship. Yeah. I guess AAA is not allowed to be said on television at TNA.
I'm sure from the way that it sounded, if you didn't know he was saying AAA, probably a lot of people thought that Mike Tenay was just coming out the mouth, with the foul language.
You immortalized the in championship.
God, Mike, calm down. Where did that come from?
What did I say? Yeah, he didn't say anything. It was AAA, censored for that. Why did he say AAA? Because Mexican America was in the ring for a rematch on Beer Money's championship tag team titles. Now, this was a pretty entertaining match. Typical Mexican America, beer money, beer
money.
Yeah, and what happens? You can never count out the ladies here. Rosita, she comes in, distracts Storm. I mean, I thought she was going to kiss him, but I guess even she's got her standards. Ends up blowing, beer in her face? I think so. Yeah. Anyway, something in his face gets everybody riled up. They get in her face. Both guys, I guess they're women beaters too. Yeah. And they come out, and what happens? Karen says, I can't take this. Yeah. They're hurting my Mexican sisters. She comes down to the ramp, and of course, Jeff Jarrett can't just let that happen. He goes and follows. Perfect opportunity for Mexican America. Hernandez grabs the AAA championship. Bing! Right on Robert Roode's noggin. And there it is. New tag team champions. Mexican America. Great. I get to hear Mexican America and worse, Anarquia, that motorcycle with legs, talk more. Good times. Whatever. Anyway, that's the main event. That's the way the show ends. Next week, hopefully either we get some of these key matches or we get something. Who knows? You got to make up for it today. WD came blazing. What you got? Anyway, that's all the information we have for this TNA review. Now, we're going to go over the 3 the hard way here on a separate show. Don't be afraid to check that. That's going to be very interesting topics here, and enjoy that. For myself, Scorpio, Invincible, Vincent, thank you very much for watching. See you guys here later.
Take care.